Hey, the security filter, that's better, isn't it? That glare behind me is pretty bad. That's why I'm doing this live, everybody. This is a test live. Gonna just go for a few minutes, try out a few things here on YouTube. I haven't done a live in a while. I think the last one was while I was giving platelets, but that was a couple donations ago. Uh, First off, move the cursor out from right in front of my face. That's just annoying. And also wanted to check. I'm going to watch this after I post it to see how loud it is in here. I am at one of the Paneras that I use for an office. It's modestly busy tonight, probably a dozen people scattered out around the place. The kitchen is right over there, but they're not doing a whole lot back there. Sometimes I've been doing Zooms and lives and YouTube videos, and they're dragging bacon racks around, and I know that is annoying and a lot of noise. You can hear a little bit back there, probably. Some folks sitting in a booth near me that now can hear me talk because I can hear them talk. But don't have a real topic tonight. Don't have a plan for this one. It really was just to do some buttonology, setting up the live. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be going live. I'm going to. It's the month of May already. May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Tomorrow is Taco Tuesday. So if you prepped, you did May the 4th be with you, but decided, hey, I'm going to prep for Cinco de Mayo and had tacos yesterday. You could have tacos today for Cinco de Mayo and have Taco Tuesday tomorrow. Some friends of mine were joking about that. They are very faithful Taco Tuesday observers. But, this is going to probably be a little bit like a vlog. And I know, when you only have less than 400 subscribers, a vlog is not a big idea. Not sure I'll ever really do vlogging. Some of my YouTube videos are kind of stream of consciousness. I have a rough outline. I don't even have that for tonight. I want to try something because, again, I mentioned that it was May. Uh, so, one of the things that I have about, talked about, taught about, recommend is, reading through Proverbs, whether you are, Jewish, whether you are Christian. Uh, obviously, if you're Jewish, if you're Christian like I am, you should be reading the Bible. But even Proverbs, there are a lot of people that recommend reading Proverbs, whether you are particularly in a faith that considers the Bible its doctrine book, its document, because the Proverbs are wisdom teachings. And one way to get through the book, and one way I have done it in the past, is when you reach a month that has 31 days, well, Proverbs has 31 chapters. So one thing I'm going to do is tomorrow night during my live, I'm going to read Proverbs 6 because it's going to be the 6th of May, and just take it as it comes. If there is a topic in there that strikes me as I read it, if there's something in there that's in one of my, my wheelhouse, which is leadership and management, working in teams, working on projects, and financial matters, financial literacy, basic financial stewardship. I don't do fancy trading. I don't do fancy strategies. I'm not a tax professional. I do our own taxes, and I have businesses, so I do comment how a small business in my side hustle video that just came live today. I talk about that, but I don't have an agenda. I don't have a message. It's not going to be a Bible study. It's not going to be a devotional. I'm just going to read it. So if you want to listen in and join us tomorrow, I do have Proverbs 5 open in a tab. So I'm going to go to that and just do, I'm going to read a small amount just to kind of do an audio check. I'm also glancing through in this website, see if it has the translation that I normally use. Uh, there are a number of good translations out there. I personally grew up and did most of my early reading in the Bible in the New American Standard Bible. It is a solid translation from what I know. I don't pretend to be an expert on that. There's no way I could translate it. Languages are not one of the things I'm good at. Plus, I'm not disciplined to do the hard work to get good at a language. I'll just admit it right up front. But the New American Standard is considered to be one of the more accurate translations that's been done in our lifetimes. There are other good ones. There's also times and places to read things like the Message or the New Living Translation, which we use in a ministry that I'm part of. Those are the Bibles that we hand out. So those paraphrases are good too, because sometimes even the translators are using some language. We're not talking the King James. I mean, that is really hard to read, depending on your reading level, depending on your exposure to other writing using that kind of language like Shakespeare. That's tough. New American Standard, NIV, those paraphrases like the Message, the New Living Translation. Uh, and the main thing is get it into your life. And Proverbs has that wisdom. It's many of the chapters, like the chapter yesterday, was literally advice from a father to a son, right? And whether you're a son, whether you're a father like I am, whether you're a young lady, that wisdom is still important. Those tips are still good. That's why I'm saying Proverbs is a very useful book. It is not necessarily a evangelistic book. It doesn't, it talks about people and how we are, and how people will react, and what happens to those who pursue the way of the evil and the wicked compared to the way of the good, those who practice charity, those who look after their families and their communities. So it has moral impact. So just as a test, here we go. We're going to read part of Proverbs 5. And this is The Pitfalls of Immorality is the title in this website I'm looking at. My son, give attention to my wisdom, incline your ear to my understanding, that you may observe discretion and your lips may reserve knowledge. For the lips of an adulteress drip honey, and smoother than oil is her speech. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood. She is sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps take hold of Sheol. She does not ponder the path of life. Her ways are unstable. She does not know it. Now then, my sons, listen to me, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Keep your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, or you will give your vigor to others and your years to the cruel one. And strangers will be filled with your strength, and your hardened goods will go to the house of an alien. And you're grown at your final end, and your flesh and your body are consumed. And you will say, how I have hated instruction, and my heart spurned reproof. I have not listened to the voices of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to my instructors. I was almost in utter ruin in the midst of the assembly and the congregation. So that's the first half, and there's only like 8, 9 more verses. But it's good advice, right? Uh, I mean, I'm not sure any culture that is successful and has existed for many years at all, adultery was something that they really wanted their people practicing. So that's why I'm recommending that. Again, going to talk probably a little bit about finances as well. We'll see what comes up in Proverbs 6, right? I might read it tomorrow morning just in my own reading. Um, and maybe talk a little bit about cars and motorcycles. Hopefully it's done raining. We have had a rainy few days, not a hard rain, but enough that Saturday I rode the motorcycle, got a little wet, got a little exciting on the bike, shall we say. Uh, so, probably hopefully be on the bike tomorrow and talk a little bit about bikes. I went and looked at a car today. Not sure I'm going to make an offer on it. Got some mixed feelings. But it is one of the models I've been looking at. It's the color. It has a rebuilt replacement engine in it, which for these cars, especially the series, is pretty important. Pretty nice feature to that car. But it may not be the right time for us to be buying another car. So, I think I'm going a little longer than I thought tonight. This is just over 9 minutes, so I probably should wrap it up there, call it a night. Take care of getting some dinner and taking care of some stuff around the house. But hey, everybody, thank you if you watch this after the fact. Again, it really wasn't meant to be an enduring part of my channel, but just wanted to get a little practice run in. So 9.5 minutes is probably good.